the way in which we are taught here. Like I was never someone who was interested in studies, but like the course structure here, it was like something I never wanted to miss on anything. Like I was so into like studying everything. Hi, I'm Praveen. So I belong to a town in Gujarat named Bharuch. Currently, I'm working in Publicis Global Delivery as a training analyst in paid media. So during my final year of graduation, I started a startup with my friend in Pune. So it went well, but due to COVID, we could not survive post the second wave. So we had to shut its operation. And then after closing that startup, I realized like I was looking after and marketing aspects in that startup. So initially for getting customers, we had to advertise somewhere. And Facebook and Google was something where we don't have to put in a lot of money initially compared to traditional advertising and still get a good response. So that's where I came across the digital aspects of marketing. And then after that, I grew my interest also. Like, this is something that I wanted to do. I always knew I want to work in an agency. So, but after closing it, I had like nothing to do. So I came back home and then I was deciding on what to do. I did not wanted to study for 2 years, that I knew. But if you do an MBA, then you get a stable life or something. But I never wanted to do an MBA, that I knew. But that thought I had always had in mind. So what I was doing is applying to a job outside and all those things. So then I did apply in some agencies, but the same feedback which was like you don't have much practical applications. So then one of my friends, she was working in an agency. So she recommended me Kraftshala. I'll always be grateful to her for recommending me Kraftshala. When I went through the schedule and everything what Kraftshala offers, that was something I always wanted to do. And obviously it was a 5 month course compared to MBA of 2 years. So I thought let's go for it. And the fee structure and everything was also very good, like 3 months of salary and that too after you get a job. So yes, this made me sure, okay, yes, I'll do this course and hopefully I'll end up in an agency. So then I gave my exam. Then when the second round was there while making the SOP, I was very nervous. Will I get into it? Because this was some that I actually wanted to do. So then I got admission into Kraftshala and then everything went well. Now I'm working in agency. Before coming here also I applied to Publicis because this is a renowned agency. But I didn't got a good response. Obviously, why would they hire somebody with no education in this field or something? But it was because of Kraftshala that I landed up in Publicis. So when I first saw about the Marketing Launchpad Program, I saw the curriculum and everything. I liked it. But yes, there was a thought in mind like, how will it be, or is it worth it or not? So I applied for the test and then I contacted some people who did this course. Then I had interaction with Kalpesh from previous batch. So he was like, if you want to get a job and like if you can do it, they'll put their 100%, but it's on you if you can do it or not. But the course is good. So yeah, I got some validation from there. And then I watched some YouTube videos about Kraftshala and review and everything. So I was sure that what they are saying that they'll give also. They'll put in their 100%. This was the first time that I put in my 110% in studying. In working, I have done it. I was never interested in studying and everything. I did this course in my hometown. So my childhood friends were all around. So I won't meet them in 6 or 7 days also. So they were like, what are you doing? This much you have not did in graduation also. So this was the major change that I felt in myself, and obviously the friends that I made in Kraftshala. So now they are friends for life. So they also help you a lot in the course. So the courses that we do on Coursera or Udemy, it's a one-way communication. Like there is nobody to clear your doubts or anything, and you have a self-pacing learning. So obviously it will get delay. So that is one thing. And if you have no interaction with anybody, so eventually you will get bored and your doubt clarity will not be done at this level. And with Kraftshala, the good thing was theoretical part was very less. Obviously, it's boring to attend 1 or 2 hour class. Instead, we had practical applications, the assignments that we were given. It used to take a lot of time eventually, but it was all worth it. Like doing it in a group also, it teaches you like how to work in a group because everybody have their different ideas and everything. So this is something that I liked about Kraftshala. The theoretical part is very less and the practical application is a lot. Like now also it helps us a lot while working in the company. So this is what I like about Kraftshala. We had we had been put into 3 teams throughout the course. But the team that we got in the first part itself, we stayed together till the end. Like now also we are in touch and everything. So working with them and learning with them, it was good. So while studying for the test also, we used to get on to the Google Meet and we then used to discuss it amongst ourselves. So like if somebody is having doubt, someone else could clear it. So this is the way that we used to study. And like I don't know without their support, I could have done that. And there will be times like when you will feel low during the course because it actually takes a lot of effort. So, like making friends in Kraftshala, I would say it will take you to a good end because whenever there will be days when you will be feeling low, they will pick you up, and same you will have to do for them. The biggest learning it obviously comes from the human skill session. Like Sumona is the best for that thing, and we made one map. It was like putting your dream and everything into a picture. So, like, I always had in my mind that I want to do this and that, but seeing everything together is something that makes you feel good. Okay, yes, these are the things that you have done, and this is what you want to do. So, that thing I keep it for now also, and making a schedule for all the important work and writing it down. So I used to struggle on this aspect a lot earlier. But now I have a diary that I keep with myself and I write every simple thing down that I want to do. Yeah, there are some times that I miss out on something, but compared to what would happen earlier, now it's still better. So these are the two major takeaways, I would say. Okay, so the first time that I knew that we would have human skill session, so I was like, what's the use of human skills here? I didn't knew that we would have such session. The CV making also. I thought we would have session about the Facebook ads, Google ads, and SEO and everything. So I was like, okay, we have to attend one more session for, and it was every day. But eventually, when the session started on the first day itself, then I felt yes, it is something important because nowadays, while working in any company, they would compromise on skill but not on culture. So now I feel it's very important. The expert session, yes, we had that for every assignment. And they were the people directly working in industry, so they could guide us very well. And we had one session for SEO. So in that assignment, we didn't know anything. We don't know what we did also. But the trainer was so good. After that 1 hour 45-minute session, we had every knowledge about that topic. We had all clear topics. He went on from one basic thing to completing that whole assignment. He taught us everything again. Like it was the practical application was becoming difficult for us. So I still remember we were like, what would we present if he asked us? So we were scared on that part. But when we joined the session, he also knew that you would struggle on this. So he made it so easy. So I just loved that session. So when the placement process actually started, we were told we would get 2 months internship and then we would decided to continue or not. And there would be some companies who would directly hire you. So when the placement process actually started, I was very nervous on the first part because I only wanted an agency. And the very first company that came in was Publicis Global Delivery. So it was an agency, so I knew I have to apply. For the interview also, before the interview, I was very much nervous. Like we did all the part, we studied everything, but obviously it was my first interview that I was doing. But the interviewer was also so good. Like they asked us everything, and luckily I got selected in the first interview itself, so I didn't have to give any other. And their process was also so fast, so I didn't have to wait a long. We got the results and like we got placed. I felt lucky the first company that I got. It was very good. Like when I got the mail that you have been selected, you will have an introduction call with HR. So like I told my parents that I got selected. So they were also very happy that what I wanted that I got from it. And obviously they knew the effort what it took. So they were like it was all worth. And obviously then I sent this to my friend. So she was also very proud because she also knew I want to get into an agency. So it was very emotional also, but yes, it was good. Fantastic. The journey, I would say, it was fabulous. From the day we started, the day we end, like we used to hate every day, like, okay, now morning, first session we would have to attend. But when it was coming to an end, we were like, it finished so early. So eventually, we loved the process and everything. So I would say it was fabulous. I would tell them that don't worry what Kraftshala has to put in. I feel there are a lot of job available. Only thing that people don't have is skill. So do your part, give your 100%. Don't worry about Kraftshala. They'll put their 100%, and eventually, if you put true efforts, you will get a job and you will get what you want from here. And the other thing that I would say is make friends. They will make this journey very easy because the friends that I made in Kraftshala, like they made my life very, very easy.